Welcome to Earthly Reads, a My Cup of Earth production. Once upon a time, in a forest filled with towering trees that shimmered like silver dollars in the sunlight, there lived a group of animals who were the best of friends. They called themselves the Forest Guardians, wise old owls named Oakley and Willow, a fluffy bear named Boris, a swift squirrel named Squeaky, a kind hedgehog named Honey, and a gentle rabbit named Daisy. Together, they spent their days exploring the forest, playing games, and sharing secrets among the trees. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the forest floor, the animals gathered near a great oak tree that stood tall on the edge of the clearing. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming wildflowers and the sound of crickets chirping softly. It was just before bedtime, and the creatures felt a deep contentment wash over them, making their hearts feel happy and relaxed. "Tonight is one of our favorite nights," said Oakley, his big round eyes twinkling in the fading light. "The stars are shining brightly above us, and the moon is full and high in the sky. But we don't have to go outside tonight," replied Honey, snuggling deeper into her cozy nest of leaves. "We can settle down by the fire instead." "Oh, no," agreed Squeaky, scurrying over to fetch some twigs from the nearby bushes. "I'd love to add some dry wood to the fire for warmth. It'll be a lovely night." Quote, as the others arrived, gathering around the fire, the aroma of burning wood wafted through the air, mingling with the whispers of the wind rustling the leaves above. Boris, with his shaggy fur and rumpled ears, settled down beside the flames, his tail swishing gently back and forth. He wrapped himself up in a soft blanket made of dried grasses and feathers, feeling safe and snug under the warmth. Just then, Honey began to sing a lullaby. In the forest, where the trees sway, gentle streams flow, and sunshine plays, the creatures rest, their dreams unfold. Under the starry skies, so calm and cold, the other animals listened intently, their ears perked up and their whiskers twitching with delight. As the song reached its crescendo, the moon rose higher in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the clearing. The animals felt their eyelids grow heavy, and soon they found themselves nodding off to sleep. As the night wore on, the forest grew quieter and more peaceful. A soft mist crept in, veiling the forest floor in a damp, gray veil. But the creatures didn't mind. They reveled in the tranquility. Even Oakley, usually so adventurous, felt a strange sense of calm wash over him, and he closed his eyes with a contented sigh. In this serene atmosphere, a tiny fairy fluttered into existence, her wings beating rapidly as she hovered above a nearby flower petal. Her delicate face glowed with a soft, ethereal light, illuminating the darkness. "Well, my dear friends," she whispered, her voice barely audible above the hum of the crickets, "I've come to take you all on a journey, if you're willing." The animals looked at each other curiously, but without hesitation. Squeaky nodded, and the fairy spread her wings wide. She flew off towards the heart of the forest, beckoning the others to follow. As they trailed behind her, the forest transformed around them. Trees morphed into fantastical shapes, their branches becoming twisted flowers, vines entwining the trunks. Mossy stone walls gave way to crystal clear waters, which flowed upwards into glowing clouds that drifted across the midnight sky. Boris floated ahead, marveling at the surreal landscape. "Wow!" he exclaimed, gasping in wonder. "You took me right here. This must be the world after dark." Quote, Honey followed close behind, reaching out to touch the smooth surface of a glittering lake that sparkled like diamonds in the faint light. There, floating among the ripples, lay a small boat waiting, drawn by an invisible current. Willow gestured for the others to pile inside, and together they climbed aboard. The owl settled onto the bow, His wings folded against his sides as he steered the vessel through the waves. Squeaky sat opposite, watching in awe as the stars whizzed past the window panes. His excitement turned to gratitude as the fairy reappeared on board, smiling at his friend. "This is incredible," Squeaky exclaimed. "Where are we going?" Quote, "We're traveling through Dreamwood," the fairy replied, weaving a subtle spell around the boat. "A place where dreams and reality blend, where the very fabric of imagination comes alive." Over the next few hours, they sailed along winding rivers, traversed sparkling waterfalls, and danced among the dunes of iridescent sand that shifted colors beneath their feet. At each stop, they met enigmatic creatures who offered them sweet treats and tales of enchanted lands beyond the reaches of the waking world. At last, the boat came to a tranquil pool surrounded by giant stones that sang a haunting melody when touched. In the center of this stillness, a magnificent waterfall cascaded into a sea of shadows, creating an irresistible allure. "This is Dreamscape Island," whispered Daphne, a creature with wings like moonlight, stepping forward to help guide them ashore. Here, amidst a kaleidoscope of fantastical wonders, the dreamers discovered hidden worlds within worlds. Each realm revealed itself only at dusk, as if guided by the silken threads of forgotten dreams. It wasn't long before Sleepweaver, the most curious creature of all, realized what they had stumbled upon. By pure curiosity, these mystical realms merged with Sleepweaver's own imagination. To their amazement, visions unfolded, rich tapestries woven from colors bright and vibrant enough to paint a rainbow-hued smile. Dreams danced across the shore, intertwining with life-giving green shoots emerging from the soil below. Forged moments hung suspended between wakefulness and slumber, and yet none of it felt jarring or overwhelming. Together, the forest guardians wandered this cosmic dance, reveling in serenity, free from any fear or unease. Squeaky knew this enchanting land would forever hold a special place in their hearts, for it nurtured a profound acceptance of dreams' mystique and the secret potential for magic. Finally, as dawn broke over Dreamscape Island, the animals reluctantly disembarked, grateful to return home. Though tired but blissfully aware, they exchanged smiles and hands in mutual understanding. "Dreamweaver, will you join us?" asked Oakley, a warm invitation emanating from every fiber of his being. "No more," replied the fairy, dissolving into a ray of white stardust. "For even though I may carry secrets in mine heart, I wish your friendship will remain timeless and radiant in my soul always." With those words, Sleepweaver vanished once again into the infinite expanse, leaving the animals to wrap themselves in a lovingly comforting cocoon of silence and harmony. As the dew-kissed day enveloped the forest, it slowly faded away, and the soft moonbeam peeked from behind the canopy overhead, bathing everything in its silvery radiance. Beneath the cover of twilight, Oakley opened his sleepy eyes, a wistful whisper escaping his lips. "Good night. Hush, dear ones," he cooed softly into the evening breeze. "Sleep tight. Ever true." And the companions nestled amongst the stars that welcomed their weary bodies, knowing they could always find solace in the symphony of dreams and comforted with memories from their boundless adventures shared beneath the celestial ceiling. And so, under the gentle glow of the night sky, every heart felt calm and safe as dreams carried them away. They lived happily ever after. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.